Don't film here, don't film here. Did you see what I have here? Don't film.
Have a good day, gentlemen. Thank you. Oh yeah. Hello everyone, we're here in Mulhouse and we're starting a new report that I think is going to be complicated. I'm here with Paul, my fixer for the day. Hello Paul.
Hello?
We haven't started filming yet and already?
Yeah, but that's how it is, you know, here. As soon as you arrive, well, listen, they remind you who you are, you know. So, who are you? Where are you from? What do you do?
A report in the street in France apparently, so
we're in France. Let's not forget, it's France.
okay, so here we go. It's really cold, like really cold right now. So here we are in the city center of...
Well, it's not, I mean, it's the city center, it's the market.
It's the market.
Mulhouse Market is the largest in Grand Est, with 300 merchants.
All right.
So here there's a section we call the textile section, and on the other side of the avenue we have the food section.
All right. It's YouTube, a report for YouTube. Okay, wow.
So it's pretty, Keep in mind, Mulhouse has 138 nationalities living together and crossing paths. People speak a bit of every language. It's mainly about the sound. If you listen, you'll notice there's not much French, just a mix of everything. It's the Tower of Babel.
I really didn't expect to see that here in Mulhouse. It's impressive, yeah. I see one unveiled woman in my field of vision, just one, two. With the lady over there. Hello, how are you? No, I don't speak Arabic, French.
French?
You speak French?
I'm not from France, sir.
Ah, yes, okay. Is everything all right?
Television?
YouTube.
YouTube? Oh la la. YouTube. Salam.
You speak like that, no problem. Okay, so we were exactly at the spot where Lino Silva Lorero was killed. He intervened, as we recall, during an Islamist attack, since there was a person who wanted to kill, who wanted to attack police officers. And passers-by.
And parking agents too. He attacked everyone.
And so this gentleman intervened and was killed. It happened here. So there was a bit of controversy on social media. Some people said he didn't shout Allah Akbar, that it wasn't a crime.
Yes, he did shout Allah Akbar. Of course he did, Islamist. Of course he did. Of course he did. Of course he did. Afterwards, there was another controversy about the so-called Lorero family, to be checked, who claimed that in fact Mr. Lorero didn't intervene, but that he was there by chance and was killed by chance. He is a 69-year-old man who was presented as a hero because he supposedly stood between the police, especially the people in the crowd, and the criminal, the terrorist. And people who claimed to be his family said no. Afterwards, others also claimed, but that's even more debatable, you know, that it wasn't an Islamist crime at all. That in reality, it was a crime between homeless people over $20, you see. No, that's not true. We know he shouted Allah Akbar. We know it because municipal police officers testified, national police officers, people testified. So Allah Akbar, it's absolutely certain.
So there you have it, actually. The market is very community-oriented, very community-oriented. It's impressive.
But, you know, it's about living together. That's what they sold us. They said, you know, a quiet neighborhood, living together. You heard earlier, the guy who told you things can go south quickly. Oh yeah? Is that what living together means?
How are things here?
Yes, listen, things are going well for now.
Are you coming with your son?
Yes, that's right.
Grocery shopping?
That's right.
And is there a good atmosphere?
Yes, for now the atmosphere is good. After what happened there, I think that guy was mentally disturbed, but it wasn't an Islamist like everyone claims.
Oh, he wasn't an Islamist?
No, he was mentally ill. People knew him and said he wasn't stable.
But still, they say he shouted Allahu Akbar.
No one heard that, at least not here. Based on witnesses, he did not say Allahu Akbar.
The police officers reportedly testified that he...
Maybe they did, I don't know. But either way...
So for you, he wasn't an Islamist, right?
For me, he wasn't an Islamist at all.
Hello, ma'am. How are you? Tell me.
I'm fine.
Yes? Do you come shopping here often?
No.
No? Is it your first time?
No, it's the second time.
So what do you think of this market?
I love it.
Really? So do you know that Lino de Sousa Lorero was killed here?
Yes, I know.
What did you feel when you heard this news?
Anger. Yes, anger.
That this could happen where you shop?
Shopping can happen anywhere. But, well, it's something I don't understand. I don't understand how someone can hurt others like that for no reason, just in the name of a religion.
Do you know the neighborhood well?
Yeah, I went to high school nearby back then.
And what was it like 12 years ago?
You could walk around peacefully. You'd go down that street over there. You still had bakeries that were well kept. You had driving schools and so on, shops and everything. And that's it. People went to class. When they got out of class, and they used to take driving lessons at the school and eat lunch there peacefully. Now, that's not really the case anymore.
Why, how is it now?
The neighborhood has changed. If you walk around, you'll see what it looks like now. Plus, it's under construction. The city insists on working on pedestrian areas, even though it's not a priority. It's not much, it's rough. Honestly, everyone knows Aristide Briand Mulhouse if you mention it.
And you've really seen the neighborhood go downhill, right?
Yeah, actually quite a few neighborhoods in the city, let's say, because it's changing everywhere. I lived there for 20 years before moving.
Why did you move?
It's become unbearable here. It's not livable. All my friends who used to live there, for a long time they've left. Those who haven't left yet dream of leaving. That's it. That says a lot. Moving out was liberating for me. Honestly, one of the best things I've done in my life. It's a shame because when you go to the historic center, it's nice, but it's just the historic center. Oh, once you leave, when you come here, Aristide, Briand, the market, etc., it's not the same city.
That's messed up, that is. Look, they broke into the Restos du Cœur van. Well, the van is already pretty beat up. Maybe the door just wouldn't close. I see things in the most optimistic way. Hello, ma'am. Malikum salam. Stay strong, ma'am. It's cold. That lady over there sitting outside on the ground. Wow.
You see, they're getting ready to make the street pedestrian only, which for me is a serious mistake because it's going to ghettoize, if you will, to put it plainly. Well, you already see how things are today. Can you imagine if now no cars go through and in the end it's only people from the neighborhood? It's going to be worse than anything.
So here we are. Yes, so here we are. Okay, let's go. We're going into a tobacco shop. Hello? Oh, it's nice in here. Ah, it's so cold. Hello, sir.
It takes courage to come to Mulhouse.
Well, I didn't know you needed courage to come to Mulhouse.
Mulhouse has a reputation, bad but still a reputation.
Well, I'm discovering it here, believe it or not.
People from Mulhouse are nice.
Oh, really?
Yep.
What's going on in Mulhouse?
There's nothing, it's a beautiful city. It's a nice city. It's a city that's developing. The mayor, Miss Lutz, works a lot for this city. It's a nice city. People are nice, people are good. Well, there are problems are everywhere. In Bordeaux or Paris, it's worse than in Mulhouse.
Oh, really? In terms of violence?
Yes, of course. You go to Paris, it's crazy.
After that, recently there was a
It's a news story.
news story. Okay.
It's a news story like anywhere else.
We sheltered in the tobacco shop because it was too cold outside. Do you live in Mulhouse?
Yes, I come from Toulouse, and I'm here because my parents, they're in Mulhouse since 2015.
Yeah, since 2015 after that.
You've been in Mulhouse for 10 years?
During that time, how should I say? As a boarding student, we were locked in. I got out.
Oh, yeah? What did you do here? Were you in prison?
Let's put it that way. You could say that. A few mistakes here and there.
What is it? Is it doing stuff and all that?
No, let's just say that. Let's just say that. Let's put it that way.
All right. Okay. It's not a big deal. We're allowed to make mistakes.
Oh yeah, we make mistakes in life.
The important thing is to change.
Change and understanding are important. I did 6 years. Yes.
And was it hard or was it easy?
Afterwards, let's say it's all mental. Prison is mental because who would want to be deprived of freedom? After that, just keep to yourself. Don't mix too much with others, and that's it.
And is it true what people say, that there's PlayStation and television in prison? Is that true or not?
Not in the holding cells, that's in the big prisons, but it depends. That's for long sentences. Yeah, for long sentences. There's the Xbox, there's PlayStation, but it's more Xbox.
You know, from the outside, it looks like prison is okay. It's kind of like Club Med or something.
But that's just what people show behind the phone. That's what they show behind a phone. But mentally behind that, it's not like that. Because honestly, what helps you escape in prison is the phone. Because you can talk to your family, you can still see what's happening outside.
Did you have a phone in prison?
Like everyone else.
I knew Mulhouse. When I was born in Mulhouse, I knew Mulhouse. And Mulhouse has been declining more and more. When Emil Muller was the first mayor, everything was good. With Cliff as Mulhouse's mayor, all was fine. Next came Mr. Buckle when things began to go wrong. Today, the struggle continues. Exactly the same program that we used to follow. Now, it's a European program that's underway. Being put in place or not, Mulhouse just isn't Mulhouse anymore. For me, Mulhouse no longer exists.
So what has Mulhouse been replaced by?
By Millhouse. I'm telling you, it's Millhouse now, not Mulhouse. That's all I'm saying. We're just doing whatever. We're making communities here and there, Turkish communities, Arab communities, and so on. Then clans start forming everywhere. At a top university here, people can't walk around peacefully in the evening anymore, not even in downtown Mulhouse. There's no more security. There's nothing at all anymore. That's what I'm saying. So all of this, it's politics, it's a policy in place. And one thing that I can't understand, why isn't people's safety prioritized over everything else? I'm sorry, but that's how it is. So people can't walk around alone at night anymore.
Do you notice things here at night?
Listen, not that long ago, what was it? About a month ago, there were stabbings right there at the market. There were stabbings at the market. So 3 days later, there was another one who also showed up with a knife. Fortunately, he was stopped in time. And then he too was the kind of guy who wanted to kill everyone. He said, hey, here I am with a knife. So Mulhouse is becoming totally unsafe.
How is the crime rate in Mulhouse, honestly?
Let's say it's a bit violent.
Oh yeah, really?
With everything that's happening. Did you hear what happened recently, the stabbings?
Are there sometimes stabbings? There are fights?
There are often a lot of fights with weapons, swords, knives. It depends.
Have you seen any yourself with your own eyes?
Yeah, it's happened before. It's on this avenue. A lot of things happen on this avenue.
It's Algeria, my brother.
Is this really France here?
Of course. No, honestly, it's the heart.
Oh yeah?
It's great.
Oh wow, Madame is angry.
Honestly,
I'm going to tell the truth.
I'll be frank. I'm 50, not a child. I've been around all over France, back and forth, up and down, even to Corsica. Honestly, if I ended up in Mulhouse, it's not for nothing. It's a great place to live. There are real men, people with values, and still old school men who keep their word and stand strong. I'm telling you the truth. It's an example, a city where people live well and surprisingly there's work. Mulhouse is a jackpot. I invite you and encourage you to come to Mulhouse.
To invest in Mulhouse too.
I'm going to tell you the truth. Let's speak frankly.
Of course, I like it.
I went to the market and honestly barely recognized France.
What do you mean?
Well, you know, a Frenchman with the hat, the beret, the thing, you know, a white guy. There are fewer and fewer of them.
Let's speak frankly. Okay.
No racism, nothing like that, but we're just saying things.
No, that's for that's for the weak that talk about racism. What's that about? For the ignorant, let me tell you, France, due to its history, it is multicultural. And that's what makes it strong and powerful. I've always said, France is the world's leading power. The day you understand that with all our differences, that's what makes us strong. And today we're going to talk about, we're not in France, but wait. Anyway, I don't like it. I'm not into politics. Just look at the president of the government, at the level of parliament. Well, what badge is on her chest? That sums it up. It's about knowing how to live together. There's no color or religion, just knowledge, knowing how to live together. And if everyone did their duty as citizens, as French citizens, because we love. If we respected this country, things would be much better.
You don't recognize the Mulhouse of your childhood?
Oh no, not at all, really, not at all. Oh no, not at all. Things have gotten worse since Mr. Buckle arrived. Things at Mulhouse City Hall have gotten much worse, and now Mrs. Lalous is following the same program. It's just getting worse. So we've invested millions and millions to rebuild a city and so on. And then, in the end, once it's finished, you'll see how much chaos there will be, okay? Because there will be traffic jams everywhere, okay? We can't park anymore. We can't do anything anymore. So she thinks she's doing good things, Madam Mayor, but in the end, she's just making mistakes. That's it. Simply put, she's just making mistakes. Simply, she's not thinking. Only she matters, and only this council matters. She doesn't care what people say. Also, since we have the pleasure next Friday of having Madam Mayor here, who will come to visit us next Friday at 11 o'clock. I will be happy to tell her that she is a bad mayor of Mulhouse. I will be happy to tell her that.
Sometimes things get stuck, like the man who died there.
Yes, but it's a matter of, wait, you have to put it in the right context. You have to put the right... Ma'am, sure.
He defended those who give out the fines.
You need the right context. And why wait?
Basically, it's a fight.
I was there at the fight. It's just someone who wanted to step in, defend the police officer. He got stabbed. But that we don't condone. He's not Muslim. For us, in the Muslim religion, we're not allowed to kill. It's forbidden to kill in all religions. But why? The only thing he left out, according to the news, is that he said Allah Akbar before killing. He never said that, and there were more than 2,000 witnesses around the market. And that was added. He didn't say Allah Akbar, and it all started from a fight.
Let's talk a bit quickly about politics. They're saying that for Algerians, they want to expel 60, but you should know that France, okay, you're protecting real terrorists. I won't say any names, but come see me on my social media. I'll tell you about it. There are real terrorists who are protected by France. Know that, know that.
What do you think about what that man said?
I'm not really in agreement.
Oh, okay, why?
Because he still had 2 children. That man who said it, yes, he should be killed. The one who did that. Yes, he should be killed. This story is making me sick. I don't go to the market anymore. I'm stressed.
Are you scared to go to the market?
Yes, I'm very scared. I constantly look around to see if anyone is following me. I'm terrified.
All right, and how long have you been in Mulhouse?
Oh, it's been a long time. And it wasn't like this.
What changes have you seen in this city?
I can't tell you.
What has changed?
Well, all this, the construction, all of it. Where do we walk? We have to run after the buses over there in front. We can't relax. Even on the bus, you can't relax.
Why aren't you relaxed on the bus?
Well, because people don't respect you. I can see it, you know. I'm not comfortable on the bus, you know. Not even on the tram. I haven't been sleeping well lately, you know. Because ever since that man passed away, it's been weighing on me.
Oh, wow, ma'am. That's the main avenue of Mulhouse.
So it's one of the avenues, one of the main avenues. There are a lot of different communities. All the businesses here have really changed in 20 or 30 years.
All right, it has changed. The man who killed the person who intervened during the Islamist attack was arrested here. That's it. So he still had time to cover a good 200, 300 meters.
Yes, that's right. It took time for everything to fall into place. It was handled. They managed the emergency. Whether it was all the state or city services that were in charge of it, they handled it. The problem is that the state and the city also deny the root causes that lead to this kind of crime. You know what I mean.
What do you think causes this?
Personally, I really think there are forces at work. Like for me, I would say for me, the Muslim Brotherhood, who are behind a lot of problems right now because they're pushing their agenda. You also see the relationship. Algeria is completely rotten right now, and that's related. The Algerian regime is totalitarian, let's be honest, and Boualem Sansal is being held there, arbitrarily among other things, and who refuses to retract its order to leave the territory. The order to leave the territory in question was refused 10 times by Algeria. He should never have been on French territory. And so, in a way, Algeria is indirectly responsible for this crime, for example.
There is a state responsibility.
There is a state responsibility because I think it is due to cowardice. It's cowardice, meaning that we refuse to see the real problem. For example, they're now saying Russia is the main enemy. I'm not claiming Russia is innocent, but is it really the direct enemy of France? Was it a Russian who killed in Mulhouse? No. For example, when you hear about Samuel Paty, who was beheaded by a Chechen Muslim, they say, yes, but he was a Russian citizen. No, he wasn't a Russian, he was a Chechen Muslim Islamist. They're trying, if you will, to twist the story to point us toward another enemy, the Russian enemy. I'll say it again, they're not innocent. Vladimir Putin isn't innocent. But he's not the vital enemy for France. As for me, I consider that the vital enemy right now is Islamism. It's Islamism and the factions from Tebboun's Algeria that are dangerous. Yes, those people are dangerous. You see, it's not Russian immigration that's here.
What's really at stake here?
What's at stake is that we remain who we are. You know, I've always said that identity is the inalienable right to remain the reference in your own home. We're in France. We should live like the French. If we give that up in the name of some supposed coexistence or something, you see, with multiculturalism, people say, look, it's great, we come from everywhere, but then we lose our identity. Everything gets diluted and there's no longer any reason for things to go well. It means everyone will end up isolated in their own group, not part of something larger like the nation. What will result? Nature hates a vacuum. If people stop seeing themselves as citizens, what happens? They will start to see themselves as belonging to a community. And it's the strongest community that prevails, the one that asserts itself the most. And in this case, let's be clear, it's going to be the Muslim community in the Muslim Brotherhood version. It's not Muslims as such, if you will. It's the whole political side, the political dimension of this Islam that's at work. There are political forces that use Islam for that purpose, namely to erase the nation so it becomes just a geographic term, meaning it doesn't matter where you come from. No matter where you come from, you can be French, Spanish, you can be Malian, you can be Algerian, whatever you want, it doesn't matter. The main thing is being Muslim above all, then everything goes well. But that means that it's the disappearance of the nation state as we imagine it. If unfortunately France becomes a Muslim country, things will change again. People don't realize what it's like to be in a Muslim country. It's nothing like here, it's a whole other level. But now we're starting to see the beginnings. It's a colonization through visuals, through sound, through all of that. You hear the languages, see the people and faces, that's it. That's what's happening. It's spreading little by little. We have to find a deep strength within ourselves to say to ourselves, let's stand up, let's remember who we are, let's reaffirm ourselves. And that doesn't mean rejecting people. It simply means, let's remember that we are the French identity and we have the right to remain who we are in our own country.
On YouTube, the topic is Mulhouse.
Oh, okay, because I've already seen it. I don't know what.
I don't know, you said. He talked about Algeria. Vincent Lapierre. Yeah, okay. It's a Muslim bookstore. Oriental Products, El Baraka, Euro Maghreb Market. So here, there isn't even any French written on the sign, only Arabic. Salahawi Bazaar, Import-Export, Moroccan shop. Watch out, there's a huge hole here. I saw that in Colombia. It's third world to have a hole like this in the middle of the street. That's the third world. That really is typical. It means it's a mess. Nobody does anything. Nobody cares, more or less. Then we keep accepting more. Small details like that actually symbolize our collapse. The guy walks by, falls, then you reach the emergency room and say, I fell into a hole. Oh, really? There was a hole? Yes, there was a hole.
Wait, but you could really hurt yourself there.
Yes, you could break a leg there. Sorry, I focus on these details, but they're symbolic to me.
You're right, that's it. See the guy there with that thing. He goes through, that's it.
Scooter going the wrong way. Typical Colombia, third world style. No one says anything and police ignore it. There are too many actually. No, but that's it. That's how it is. It's a mess, indeed. And so here actually, yes indeed. So there were broken windows, they've been replaced by panels. Whatever happens, happens. If someone had told me as a child that I'd see in France what I saw in Colombia 30 years later, well, I wouldn't have believed it, honestly. I wouldn't have believed it. What a fall. Hello, how are you? Well, yeah, we're doing a little report about Mulhouse. Is it true it's dangerous? Is there trafficking in Mulhouse? No trafficking? All right, have a good day. Just so you know, this young man is nice and there's no problem. Was in the middle of making a transaction when I arrived, literally. Hassana, these are really just community shops, you know? Do you want to buy a Rivolveil? I could call you Rivoil. Le Salon d'Orient, Allo Tacos. Friends. Yeah. There you go. Alforat Market, Oriental Grocery Store. Exotic Supermarket 68. The stores are impressive. That's strong. That's really strong. This is crazy. How does it work here, honestly?
Well, first of all, I'm Parisian. I've been here for 7 years now. It's complicated here. The young people, they're aggressive. It's not like before. There aren't the same codes, the same respect as before.
That changed, huh?
It's changed a lot. They don't help grandmothers or mothers like before. On public transport, I hear kids as young as 13. The things they say are unbelievable. Even when I was young, I would never have dared to say such things.
And what made it change like this? The internet, social media?
I would say yes. Some social media platforms could be the cause of all this, exactly. TikTok and all that. There's everything and anything. And kids of any age, they see things that at their age, for example, back in my day on television, there was the under 16 warning, the under 12 warning, all that. It's gone now. And so you have young kids who end up seeing images that are It's for adults and makes them go crazy afterward when they're outside.
Did you want to get out of it yourself?
I have 2 kids and had to leave Paris. I had no choice. I ended up here. Well, I thought it would be better, but honestly, it's not better than Paris. You know, it's like a condensed Paris. I'm just worried about our kids with everything serious happening here. It's a shame, especially in a city full of young people, but they just don't want to work or do anything anymore. Social media, exactly. I make 5,000 here, 6,000 there. You offer them an 8-month training course for 2,000 euros. Doesn't interest the kids. They tell me they want the vida loca, to be like others. That YouTuber, I want to be like that star, but we know not everyone gets that chance. Even my daughter at school, she got unbelievable insults, shocking threats.
Because you come from an immigrant background.
Yes, of course.
Are you from the suburbs or not?
Yes, of course. I come from the 94 from Créteil.
You made it out and did everything to build something.
Actually, it was when I had my daughter, when she was born, I told myself, okay, I need to start moving a bit more. I couldn't find a job in Paris because I didn't have a diploma. And when I arrived in Alsace, I immediately found a job. And since then, it's been about 8 years that I've been here, and it's just work, sleep, repeat. Also, since I didn't grow up here, I don't have any odd influences or temptations, so I'm just doing my own thing. I do my best to raise my children, but it's hard in an environment where I don't feel safe. Definitely. Anyway, whether it's Mulhouse or it's all over France, things are really blowing up everywhere. Job losses are at an all-time high. As Soleil, I witness incivility and frequent assaults on fellow drivers. And they say it's the people who have no money left and do whatever they can to get by. We truly feel it here.
Thank you, Samir.
No problem. Good luck and keep up the great work.
That's cool, Samir. Thank you very much.
At least everyone gets a chance to speak a little.
Of course, everyone gets to speak without hate and without violence. There are some great guys, there are even some golden guys.
The problem is those guys are crushed, you know. Because obviously now he's going to talk to you. He's right, he's sincere, this boy, but there are several like him, but he's going to be crushed by the rest, by the community. There he was alone, so he was able to talk to you and all that. Now, if everyone else said you shouldn't speak, would he have said anything? It's always the same problem. Maybe he would have. That's the effect of numbers.
It kills assimilation.
That's it. Actually, that's exactly it. There are others like him, but he doesn't confess in the chapter. That's partly why a channel like yours, it's important. He told you that, by the way. We can talk, we have the right to say things. That's why it's important. Others, especially those on the other side, already have many ways to promote themselves. Heard and relay their message. It's people like Sami who don't have the opportunity to express what they really think because they're not given the chance. And that's good. That's why it's good. That you're here and that this channel exists.
Thank you, Paul. There are police officers over there. How are you? Is everything going well? It's nice to see you. Yes, it's... Anyway. Yes, I'm being careful, you know. Okay, I'm being careful. Ashol, thank you very much anyway for what you're doing. Take care. Ah, that's kind. Thank you. Take care. Be careful. I'm with you. Thank you. It's nice. Of course. The police officers there. It's nice.
That's my colleague in solitary. He's still mentally imprisoned.
Oh, yeah?
Over there, he's still in prison in his mind.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's still locked up there.
What kind of mess have our leaders gotten us into? What kind of mess have our leaders gotten us into now? What recklessness. For having created the conditions for confrontation. Those who created this will be judged by the court of history. As if the economic crisis wasn't enough, now we also have to deal with community, interethnic and religious conflicts. I'm telling you honestly, I'm deeply saddened to see this. Sad, it's sad. And when I say sad, it's sad for everyone. Hello, how are you? Thank you. Oh, that's what warms my heart, my friends, are all these people who thank me. The worst part is I don't hate anyone at all. That's the crazy thing. In fact, I have a lot of empathy and even love for people. But honestly, is it racist to say that your country is changing too violently or radically? Is that okay? YouTube, if you want. Is it racist? Architecturally, it's not great, Mulhouse, from what I see. Architecturally, you can tell it was originally a poor city. It's not that interesting.
If you want, it's that everything has been left abandoned. A few years ago, this avenue we're driving through was a very wealthy shopping street.
Oh, really?
50 years ago, it was wealthy. but most commercial spaces and apartments belong to the same owners, to one or two families who owned everything. And when the parents died, the children divided everything into lots. And they sold it off in pieces to anyone. They didn't care who was buying. They didn't pay attention. They just sold. And that's how it turned into what it is now, little by little. And you see Baptiste, whom we saw earlier, the owner of the market store. He's the only white shopkeeper on the whole avenue.
The whole avenue there, which is long.
The entire avenue is about 400 meters long.
Oh.
Don't film here, don't film here. Did you see this side? Don't film.
He's shooting cutaway shots. He's shooting cutaway shots. He's shooting cutaway shots.
Don't film this side at all. This side is off limits. Film over there, but not this side.
Okay, no problem.
Don't film this side at all. That's what I told you earlier.
That's what I told you over there. Don't film this side at all. Just forget about this side.
Okay.
From there to there, forget it. Is that okay?
No problem. It's for me. I'm doing a report on Mulhouse. Everything is fine in this city. There are no problems with violence or delinquency.
There's a lot of a lot of dealers, yeah, there's a lot of delinquency. I'm leaving Mulhouse because I'm fed up with it.
How long have you been living here?
20 years.
20 years, and have you seen the city change?
It's gotten worse. I dreamed of going back to Marseille or Bordeaux or Montpellier.
Okay, so what's happening in business here?
It's dealing. It's a dealing spot.
It's a dealing spot, obviously, of course. I'm asking, but I don't even know why I'm asking. Obviously, there are too many things wrong. The problems have piled up and are now hard to solve. When you know you have tasks but keep procrastinating, that's what France has done. There are problems everywhere. Let's get going. Let's move. So now we're going downtown. We're going downtown, guys. Okay? So now we're arriving in downtown Mulhouse. You immediately sense it's calmer and more peaceful.
It's beginning to feel like a third world country here with bars right next door.
Hello.
Here, it's really not great at all.
Yeah, here. Alright, so here, we're right in the city center of Mulhouse, right? This is a square, a nice square, huh? Hello.
How are you and you? Yeah, perfect. All good? Is everything okay? You seem suspicious. Are you okay?
Do you want to talk?
No, I don't want to talk. Just listen.
Okay, are you alright? Of course, you do what you want, no problem. And if you want to jump in, you can,
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay. He's calling the guy. Actually, someone's following us. Yeah, he's a leftist calling some guys. The street is beautiful here. This is Mulhouse.
He took off. He made a phone call. It's not impossible.
Well, we're being followed by a leftist. I'm thrilled. Well, this downtown area is nice. I can feel we're arriving at the main square of Mulhouse. So hang on, it looks like it's going to be beautiful. Wow, indeed. What a marvel. The Mulhouse Cathedral is a marvel. 100% Gothic.
There were group discussions. I think he's in Antifa.
And where is he? Did he leave?
He took off, but it's suspicious because he saw the cops. In my opinion, he must have thought...
Because I told the cops. Actually, I said...
Yeah, he got it. Actually, as soon as you said that, he started making a phone call and took off.
Okay, alright. Wow, look at that building. What is that building?
That's the old city hall, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow, it's a marvel.
Actually, that's where they hung the banner and where the tribute for the attack took place, actually.
Wow. Look at what our ancestors did, Riwa. Look at what our common ancestors built.
It's Protestant.
That is Protestant?
Exactly. You go inside and there are no icons, there's nothing.
But it's huge.
Yeah.
Wow, actually, it's a Protestant cathedral.
Exactly. They took our best.
But it's beautiful. That's the beauty here, the beauty of Mulhouse.
That's right. The entire French flag gave a very interesting speech about the order to leave the territory. About the order to leave the territory, which isn't one, and many other lies from authorities.
Right.
There was a United Against Terrorism banner, but he never mentioned terrorism. He talked about someone being unstable. He didn't mention the order to leave the territory because it was a guy under an order to leave the territory. The police did nothing, and I don't know if he was contacted. Lino was stabbed but didn't intervene. It was like trying. Maybe to confuse the response time, but it was false.
Oh yeah, is that true?
The family itself, the niece said, my uncle didn't resist at all.
But what does she know about it?
It was the local grocers who told his family. I didn't see them directly. I'm just repeating what the family said. The family objected, saying the city hall falsely claimed he intervened.
Well, now I'm kind of dealing with two. Now there are two of them. The guys who are following us and the police are right there. They told me they'd watch, they'd keep an eye on things. The issue is they're making calls, which could lead to a brawl. If they show up 25 strong, I won't be able to show you these beautiful buildings anymore.
The cops stayed with us and said we couldn't go where I had a reservation. Instead, we had to go to the Columbus Cafe, where there are American foods.
They're gathering people, are you sure?
There are big risks. He said the Palestine protest gathered people too, which isn't good. They're keeping us here for safety.
Okay. So now you see, we have the two police patrols and there's an extra car that just arrived. They're protecting us from the leftists at the pro-Palestine protest, who might bring more people. You can film the leftists. Go ahead, they're in the square, there you go. They're over there. On the other hand, we might get locked in there. Yeah. Hello? Okay, let's go, let's eat, we'll meet up later. Okay, we're back, we had a good meal. It was cool, but actually there's a pro-Palestine protest nearby, so we're going to go. Not feeling very calm though.
So here, this is Devil's Tower Street, and that's the Devil's Tower you see there.
You don't say. No, I do see a tower, and that's the Devil's Tower, alright?
It was a prison, a torture chamber.
Is that true? Incredible. The tower is certainly austere and lives up to its name.
That's right, exactly.
Okay guys, so now we're going to see the biggest mosque in Europe.
The largest Islamic center in Europe.
Islamic center? How is that different from a mosque?
Actually, because it's not just a mosque, there is also conference rooms, there's a library, there's a school, I think a Quranic school, if I'm not mistaken. It's more than just a mosque. I gotta go inside. Because one year, they held Heritage Days and the mosque volunteered, so I went there. It's absolutely mind-blowing inside.
What do you mean?
One thing that stood out to me was the restrooms. Men and women, the women's restrooms are on the first floor, first level, they don't mix. They don't mix with the men during prayer, they're in a kind of mezzanine. The women's restrooms are upstairs, they're very small, just little partitions. The men's restrooms are on the ground floor, they're huge. You could fit 50 guys inside. Plus showers, plus anything else you want for doing ablutions and all that. The difference between women and men is extraordinary. Inside, it's incredible. At the same time, logically, given the worldview they promote, it's normal and not surprising for them, but it's always the same. Like I said before, the famous Islamic soft power is gradually taking hold. It may not seem like much, but it's happening, and we're not doing much to stop it. In the end, to call it out, we speak out when there are attacks, like when there's an Islamist attack, for example in Mulhouse, and even when that attack happens, there are always people who try to downplay it. They say, well, yes, but no, the guy was alone. There were 4 or 5 arrests after that attack since the guy was caught alive. What I mean by that is that we're retreating. We could be strong, but we're not using all the means at our disposal. That we have to resist this wave, because we would have the means to resist.
Who financed the mosque in question?
So part of it was by the worshippers and part by Qatar. Qatar gave, I think, around, so I don't say anything wrong, I think about 15 million euros, with the rest funded by worshippers. The project lasted a very long time, but was halted for years due to a lack of funding. And so Qatar stepped in at the last moment, if you will. The entire building costs more than 20 million euros. Here we are, look at the white building. There it is, the building.
Ah, alright, okay, I see. Wow, it's huge.
It's huge. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Let's check out the Islamic Center An-Nur. There you go, you see the center I'm talking about.
Honestly, it has class.
It's classy. They also bought the neighboring land. There was talk at one point about it, but they didn't get permission to do it. To build houses here, you see on the land next to it, to make a kind of housing development. To accommodate dignitaries or speakers during conferences or things like that. You see all the people who come there by car. Those are people who go to the mosque, who are part of it Because if you stop there and try to walk with the camera, it doesn't work. The guys, they won't let you. I almost compare that to the small-time thugs that we saw earlier. You know, at the dealing spot, the guys who send you away, except here, they would tell you the same thing, to get lost. Maybe in a more polite way. But they're people, it means clearly that they have another plan too. They have a plan. Other than just spreading the faith, it's something else. There's a political dimension behind it. And it works through intimidation, it works through fear. Because look at even our own behavior towards them. What happened there? In the last 5 minutes, we felt like we weren't welcome. We felt that if we went, let's say, even if we asked them, hey guys, can we talk to you? It would have been a no right away. And maybe there would have even been a very firm request for us to leave. So, you see, that's also what's terrible. It's that, in a way, we're all affected by this fear in a certain way regarding Islam and that particular Islam. And that's what I want to fight against. Because if we give in, and when I say we, I mean those who, in a way, are quote-unquote enlightened about this political dimension of Islam that is attacking us. If we ourselves back down, it's not the average French person who in the end asks for nothing else. But to live their daily life, who will wake up? You understand? There are people who think like us, but simply they might not dare to ever say it. Or they might never dare to express themselves as clearly as we do, for example. And that's something. If we give up, then at that point we stop, and it's over. That's it. In that case, we fall back. I refuse. Water is full of holes.
No, but this is the third world.
It's the third world. It's unbelievable.
Everything will slowly fall apart. Roads, traffic lights, all of it. Inconsistencies and collapsing scaffolding will follow. We won't know why. What's funny is that in the third world, what's characteristic is oh, well, that's how it is. That's how it is. But then you can't understand or even have the means to grasp what's happening. There are situations, inshallah, that's how it is. And more, it will be like that. Things will happen. Crazy, unpredictable, and confusing. The fog in France will only get thicker. The fog will get thicker?
Exactly.
Rationality will gradually recede to make way for gossip. You see, it's a lot about gossip stuff, rumors, beliefs.
You can really notice differences between people. For example, some Algerians will mention Mulhouse, who say, Mulhouse is great, you should come and invest. It's awesome here among ourselves. Multiculturalism, very good. And the natives, I mean the Caucasians, to say the things like that they say, but yeah, well, we knew Mulhouse before, it was better before, but well, it's still okay. Today, you see, things are still going well. So it's always retreating, we're stepping back, we don't dare say anything. And above all, they don't let you film. You see, that's it. No, I don't want to be filmed. That's it. That's what I'm telling you. That's a lot of it. People are afraid. So I'm telling you, to be completely honest, in the end, what is fear? It's a reflex of protection. But what's important is that in some cases, you have to overcome your fear. Courage means knowing the danger and not rushing in recklessly like a fool. We're not idiots, but at the same time, at some point, you have to be aware of the danger, but you have to push through it to go for it, you know. Because otherwise we stop, otherwise we back down, we stop, we give them the keys. And that's it, The first step is to speak up. As they say, it's seeing what we see and saying what we see. That's what Paul Valéry explains to us for a long time now. Or Charles Péguy. I always confuse him with François Péguy, whatever. Here, we just say what we see. We see what we see and we say it. And that's important because that's the first stage. It's becoming aware. We have to become aware.
I live in a neighborhood with Jews, Muslims, and Christians. We've never argued about that, though there have been fights over other things, but never because of that.
I grew up loving music. I'm really passionate about it. Rap too.
Rap?
We agree the atmosphere is tense and critical.
And Mulhouse, regarding domestic violence, you were explaining to me.
It's the #1 city when it comes to domestic violence.
I'm really worried. We all need to react together and stop being so individualistic.